Hey, welcome to a new episode. I'll hope you enjoyed this one. In this episode, I will do some smaller jobs on accessories and stuff for the motorbike. And I will upload next episode. Will be back to the engine, but I had some footage of other jobs I had done. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. And like and subscribe. Just finished painting for today, and I'm pretty pleased with how these boxes came out. They're gonna lose some of their shine. They're quite shiny now because the paint is still wet, but yeah, pretty pleased with them. Also got the bracket that holds it onto the bike and all the accessories for the connection. So pretty pleased with that. I have heard and answered your complaints about me having music on in the workshop. So from now on, I'm going to use these headphones for listening to music, so you don't have to listen the choppy music I have in the background.
This is no promotion or anything like that, but I finally got myself a set of tools, so makes it a bit easier to work on the bike. And the first thing I'm going to change with these new tools is those bolts that I put on in the previous episode to hold the seat, because I don't really want to have those rust-free modern screws, rather use the original.
Okay, the unofficial rule of the workshop, I think this is pretty international, but the unofficial rule is that when you have a tape or some masking tape, you have to roll it up nice and tight into a ball and throw it at the nearest person. But today I'm alone, so I have no one to throw it at. But over there, hold on. See it? The green bin? I will throw it into the bin. And if I miss, it will be on the internet forever that I missed from this little distance to that very big bin. Or it will be glorious as I hit this straight into the bin. Okay. You're watching? Yes. Okay. And now it's the walk of shame as you wander over to pick up the ball and then throw it. Shame. Back in the workshop, ready to disassemble some more components of the engine. Got a bucket of petrol and diesel and all that good stuff ready to get the parts in. Let's see. Here we are. Yeah, dry. Very pleased with how these came out. Yeah. I didn't bother to actually paint the inside of them because, yeah, I'm lazy, I guess. So the inside is still this army green, but who is going to look inside of the box and say, oh, you didn't paint inside? Or of course, now that I said it, everyone that knows me gonna say it. Damn it. Let's see, we have some more stuff that is done. Let's see. If we can get it off, there we are. Connection point for the back light and the front light all painted and nice. This is always my favorite part, the unmasking of everything to see if the job you did went well or not. And from what I can see, it went fairly well. There's some parts inside where the glass is supposed to sit that's not so great, but you know what? For a first attempt, I'm really pleased with this. I didn't bother to get this lip painted because the tolerance on this is a bit tight already. and just with the primer it was tight, so I thought if I paint it with this paint also, I'm just going to scratch off the paint. So if I do like this, you can't even see the primer. So I didn't bother to actually paint it, because now when it's assembled you can't see it, but of course you can see it when you open it. But at least it's not going to rust, is the main part that I was most focused on. But yeah, now I can attach this to the motorbike, and it can sit there, and my brother can come and start to connect all the connection points to it. So great success. I'm a bit unsure on what I should do with the glass, because I could maybe buy a replica glass, or I could go to what do you call it, window maker or something like that, and get him to cut out a new piece. But I really want to use as much original stuff on this as I can. So I might just sand the glass with a very fine sandpaper and hope that it brings back some of the shine to the glass. We'll see. At least I have to change out the bushing, or the rubber seal that sits in the front. That one needs replacing, because that is very crispy. Finally found something that looks like what was there before, with a little locking ring and a nut and a bolt. And I had to look at some reference photos actually, because I thought it was supposed to sit down here, but it's actually supposed to sit up here in this direction, not like this, but facing upwards like this, because there's supposed to sit a small reflector or something down here. So I didn't have the reflector. When I got the bike, there was a replica Wehrmacht sign here. So I don't know if I'm actually going to make that again, or if I'm going to get one of those reflectors. But I can at least connect the backlight with the locking washing, what do you call it? Locking washer, or I think I said it earlier, but now I can't remember what I called it. There we are. I haven't actually gotten any zip ties or anything, or the original clamps, that was this very thin metal band, was completely rusted, so I couldn't use that. So the solution I came up with, since I need to put on the tank, or want to put on the tank, is I got this copper wire, and I have just put it around and spun it and tighten it so the cable is secure under the tank, because the rest of the cable you can get access to, but this cable you lose access to when you put on the tank. Back wheel. I'm still waiting for some of the engine parts for the carburetor and some clutch stuff. So I thought I'll dig into this back wheel, because there's something very wrong with it as far as I can figure. So I hope it's just dirty and a bit rusty, so I can still use this back brake because I don't know how difficult it is to get a new braking assembly and stuff for this. Like I have to get on the front wheel because the front wheel is just covered with an old paint can lid. So while I wait, let's dig into this and see what's wrong with it, because as far as I figure, it's not supposed to do that. And from what I can tell inside there, there's a ball bearing. This is the housing for the ball bearings. And they are now loose and free to fall out, which is not ideal. It smells like rotten fish and smells incredibly sour, like, or closest thing is rotten mackerel or something. Why is it always the one size I don't? 13, 12, maybe 12. This wheel is so like narrow at the bottom, so when I try to lift it, this lip is so high, so I can't actually pry it over for some reason. Almost feels like there's more air in here, but I don't know. Okay. Halfway there. I don't think that's half bad for someone who's never done that before, but it's off. Yes. Okay, so I'm off to shoveling some snow because my father is out of country and he has so kindly asked me if I could pop by his place to shovel some snow before he gets home. So I'm going to do that. So we're gonna have a little intermission moment while I shovel snow. Yippee.
Well, it actually became the end of that day as I didn't return to the workshop that day. But yeah, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.